Little, you know what is the name of that song? Please don't call yourselves little. By the way, I have so many little man jokes. If you're thinking of, you want to get into rapping and then you want to call yourself little something, I'll change that thinking. Thank you. 21 minutes to wrap up this hour, but we're still at it, our conversation. Modern day parenting. How do you discipline your children? That's the part of parenting that I pray you don't get to skip. Don't. You must. It's not for your own good. It's for their own good. They need to know that consequences to their actions are there. There's no skipping consequences. You touch fire, you get burnt, right? But you can't keep thinking that you can shield your children from life. You cannot. How can you? No amount of money will even do that. A big WhatsApp to John Mwandawiro. I see you on Twitter. I want to get to hear from you and what you have to say about this one. The studio line is open 0719012600. Steven says on Twitter, disciplining a kid should be on what's being corrected, from talking, timeout to spanking. But most importantly, it should be effective and age appropriate. I'm down for that, age appropriate. If you've ever taken a parenting class, they give like the age limits to just spanking, because at some point they can comprehend because when they're young, they associate discomfort, which is the spank, with discipline, like a repercussion. I know if I do this, mama is going to pinch me or whatever. But after that, they understand. Do you know why I'm beating you? Like we said, in fact, my daughter likes to come and snitch on herself because she feels like the punishment will be less severe. I just want to, beat like a drum. One day I overheard my daughter having a conversation with my sister's daughter. Ati, my mom is so curly. Is your mom curly like mine? She has seen me. I was just beaming with pride. I was like, look at me. I'm being talked about. Jabet Keitani says, I personally would discipline my children depending on the severity of the mistake done and number of warnings given over the issue. It can either be caning or denying them something as a form of discipline. Alrighty. And then Derek Othieno says via Twitter as well, I discipline my children either by kiboko or house chores. Yeah, house chores in Mateso. It is child labor, but I agree with you on that one. Idi Kisombe says, other than caning, best discipline is talking to your children for them to get knowledge of good and bad. I agree as well. Joy Nevere, mimi ni apana ati talking. How is talking nini? No, your home is a correctional facility. You must even deny them something that they like, but they need to grasp that to associate the consequences to the action. Sometimes a conversation won't do. They have to really feel what they did was, how crazy, how bad that what they did was. Joy Navarez says, mimi ni ule mse bado hutumia kiboko ama kuchuna when the mistake is not grave. Mimi na wewe. I love it. Let me go to Facebook real quick. Kevo Kijana Mdogo says, tunamkataza remote 1 week. Atarekebika. Jane, why is this? Why the word's too small today? Okay, Jane Waithaka says, talking, but when mouth cannot say more, mwiko inafanya kazi. Mwiko like the one for ugali, kauganga. Wow. Sifa Loveline says, like old days, it was better. Abiud Pascal is listening from Mteremko BMG. Thank you. Eunice Paula says, I always give them a warning, but when they push me to the wall, na chapa then nawaambia mbona nimewachapa. You can't also just beat. You must have a conversation with whatever punishment you decide as a parent. Ricardo Jones says, smacking with limits. Thank you. With limits. People saying you can reason out with a 6-year-old. Why he is... The people saying you can reason out with a 6-year-old when he's wrong. Yo, Sarah Omondi, depends with the age and stage. Talk. Shout the teens hate being embarrassed. Shout because the teens hate being embarrassed. So definitely they behave. Did you ever notice our parents got a cake off humiliating us? Embarrassing you in front of your mates. Well, my neighbors. Critical Akech says, to avoid sugar and spices for these ingredients, add nothing in the body. Like you make them eat bland food. Where, I love that. Psychological warfare. Ati sugar and spices. So I'm supposed to go and hide like the sweet stuff in my house. See your life. Hey, there's levels to this ish, yeah? Christine Emily says, talking to them, but Mr. Kiboko lives with us. High five yourself, Christine, for me. Shege Kuria says, Kiboko is a must. Hilda Ngoroko also echoes the same sentiment. Kiboko, I don't spare the rod. Precious V says, Mimi na chapa, and when we are both calm, in a few hours we talk about it. Why I chapped her and also give her room to express herself. We agree on solutions and forgive each other. End goal, she always lands. Oh, Precious, I love it. I love that. I love that there's we call it CTA at the end, a call to action. Like, what have you learned from this? And how did this whole experience make you feel? You I love it. So the disciplining doesn't end with the cane, like a pinch or whatever. You also have to do the groundwork so they understand where you are coming from. Already, we don't discipline our children nowadays, we educate them. Hapana piga mtoto. Wow, please. Yeah, me, I know jacks, terrible human beings with very many degrees. So good for you. Let's see how that turns out. Kipkirui Arabsoi says, the great philosopher called Solomon's advice has not expired. So please get me clearly. Stick has and is remaining the best, or stick has and is remaining the best medicine to use with kids. Mahe Maria says, for now, Mwiko na kuchuna besides talking to them. Joroge Jacqueline says, we talk about it and they see the error of their ways. Good for you. Just a talk.
It go back to basics. Kiboko, patipati, kibare, bas. To yapate discipline. Hii mambo kunyang'anya ati remote atika pale I don't know for 2 minutes, 3 minutes not working. Let's not. Kidogo mtu yataza kuambia I know my rights.
I think I have to talk to them first. Mtu yakikosea kwanza, you have to sit down and make them understand that whatever they did is not right. Sasa akishafika ile place amekuwa mtoto mtukutu, hapo ndo unaeka kiboko. But first talk to them. Wale wenye wamefanya is bad.
Personally, I don't beat my kids. With today's generation, it's all about talking to them, putting away the stuff they love. If it's electronics, phones, music, TV, you restrict. That's what I normally do. And they go to the bedroom.